Imagine your wife living with her boyfriend while you're the one paying their bills. 3 years ago, I was just a regular guy. Mark Donovan, 34, a systems engineer in Denver. Had a house in the suburbs, a golden retriever named Max, and what I thought was a decent marriage. My wife, Vanessa, worked as a freelance photographer. She was smart, charming, and knew how to light up a room. I genuinely believed I'd won the life lottery. Until I didn't. It started small. She began traveling for gigs more often, California, Oregon, even once to Arizona for what she said was a wedding shoot. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? We didn't have kids, but we were planning. I had even started building a nursery upstairs. Yeah, I was that deep into the fantasy. Then, one Saturday morning, I got the envelope. She had filed for divorce. No fight, no yelling, no talk about working things out. Just a straight-up abandonment wrapped in legal paperwork. Her explanation? I've changed, Mark. I'm not the same person I was at 27. I need to find myself. I was numb. She left our house the next day, took a few bags, and that was it. 6 years of marriage, gone. The punchline? A few weeks later, I saw her Instagram story her, in a cozy mountain cabin, with Brad. Some 29-year-old gym rat with sleeve tattoos and a motivational quote in his bio. Living my truth, was the caption. Turns out, she had been finding herself in his bed for the last 8 months of our marriage. I was furious, but it only got worse. During the divorce hearings, she demanded spousal support. Claimed she put her career on hold for mine. What career? She worked part-time and spent the rest of her time in coffee shops editing the same 5 photos for weeks. But the judge didn't care. Colorado law favors the lower earner, especially in marriages longer than 5 years. I now pay her $1,200 a month. Maintenance for a woman who cheated on me and now lives with her boyfriend in a loft apartment downtown that I helped fund. Yeah, imagine that. My money. Their rent. Probably even their wine and sushi nights. I went through every stage. Denial, rage, depression. Max was the only reason I got up some days. I'd stare at the empty side of the bed and wonder how I didn't see it coming. But something snapped in me one night. I saw a photo of them at a rooftop bar, all smiles. And I realized, if I kept playing the victim, that's all I'd ever be. So I made a decision. I wouldn't just get even. I'd get smart. I started documenting everything. Every social media post. Every possible gig where she claimed she had no income. I created a burner Instagram account and started following her and her friends. I found out she was doing paid gigs under the table, weddings, modeling portfolios, even promo shoots for local gyms. All cash. None of it declared. I also noticed something curious. Brad? He wasn't the angel he looked like. Multiple women in his comments, and a few likes from an account called @TallyRepedMeOff that had tagged him in a post about scamming clients. Interesting. I wasn't a PI, but I was good with computers. Real good. I had no plan yet, but I was collecting fuel. And once I had enough, well, let's just say Vanessa was going to learn that karma doesn't need a timetable. It just needs a trigger. I didn't want petty revenge. I wanted justice. The slow, surgical kind that doesn't just hurt, but humiliates. The kind that makes a person look in the mirror and regret every choice they ever made. So I built a plan. First, I hired a private investigator. Cost me $2,000 I didn't have, but it paid off. Within 3 weeks, I had a thick file of photos, video footage, and receipts. Vanessa was making way more money than she claimed, shooting private gym portfolios for fitness influencers, some even from out of state. All under the table. I found one gig where she got paid $2,500 in cash for a weekend shoot. On the same weekend, she told the court she was financially struggling and relying solely on spousal support. Better yet, she posted about it on her private Instagram. Weekend grind, with a cash emoji. She was just handing me evidence. I sent it all to my lawyer. He smiled when he saw the folder. You're playing chess now, Mark. This is good, he said. Next step, take down Brad. Remember that weird tag I found? @TallyRepedMeOff? I reached out through my burner account. Her name was Talia Richards, and she was more than willing to talk. Brad had run a shady online fitness coaching business. Promised 12-week transformation plans, charged people $600 up front, and ghosted half of them after 2 weeks. No refunds, no responses. Talia had screenshots of conversations, Venmo receipts, and a bunch of other women who shared the same story. I told her to hold on to it. I wasn't ready to strike yet. I started laying digital breadcrumbs. Used another burner account to post reviews on Reddit and Yelp about Brad Miller Fitness. Completely true stuff, backed by screenshots Talia and others had provided. A couple of people even linked to the Better Business Bureau complaint page. Then I hit the last phase of my plan. Expose Vanessa to the court. We scheduled a new hearing to reevaluate the spousal support, using the new financial evidence. My lawyer filed the motion and we submitted everything. PI photos, social media posts, gig receipts, and a declaration stating she was cohabiting with a partner, which under Colorado law could affect her eligibility for maintenance. A week before the hearing, Vanessa texted me for the first time in months. "Hey, can we maybe talk before court? I didn't expect you to do all this." No apology. No regret. Just damage control. I didn't reply. Then something interesting happened. Brad went off on Instagram. Posted a reel ranting about jealous people trying to ruin his hustle, claiming it was all lies and haters. His tone was defensive, shaky. The comments lit up. People accusing him of scams, tagging their friends. He deleted the video within an hour. Too late. The fire had started. Then came the best part. I got a call from my lawyer. "She's screwed," he said bluntly. "The court is going to either terminate or severely reduce her support. You're walking out a free man." And I did. The judge was brutal. Accused Vanessa of lying under oath, hiding income, and violating the terms of spousal maintenance. Her little, "I'm just trying to survive," narrative crumbled in front of a silent courtroom. Support reduced to $0. She may even face penalties if I push for fraud charges. But I wasn't done. She took 6 years of my life and tried to live off my money with another man. Now I was going to make sure her new life burned with the same match she used to light mine on fire. Vanessa looked like a ghost walking out of that courtroom. Her tan was gone, makeup smudged, and that confident little smirk she wore like armor? Gone. Brad didn't even show up. Real loyal guy. After the judgment, my lawyer said we had enough to file a fraud case. But I told him to hold off. Not because I felt bad, because I had something better in mind. A few weeks later, I anonymously tipped off the IRS. I sent them every bit of documentation the PI had collected, under-the-table income, unreported jobs, cash transactions, screenshots from her own social media. She thought she was clever dodging taxes. She forgot the IRS has no sense of humor. Around the same time, I gave Talia and the other victims of Brad's fitness scam everything I'd compiled. I even helped them build a clean little case, complete with names, payment records, and screenshots. One of them submitted it to a consumer affairs reporter for a local Denver news station. 3 weeks later, a segment aired. Instagram fitness scam. Clients left high and dry. Guess who made the spotlight? Brad, standing next to Vanessa in a photo, arms around her waist, tagged in bold text, co-owner of BM Elite Coaching. Vanessa tried to do damage control, said she had no involvement in Brad's business, but by then, her name was already associated. Her followers dropped, photography gigs canceled. A yoga studio she freelanced for publicly cut ties with her. Then came the cherry on top. One of her old clients, an influencer with a decent following, posted a TikTok showing a sneak peek of her wedding shoot from Vanessa's camera roll. But what caught people's attention wasn't the bride. It was the location. It was supposed to be an exclusive venue in Aspen, but internet sleuths quickly realized the photos were stolen from someone else's shoot. Vanessa had passed off stock photography and filtered images as her own. Comment sections exploded. Clients came forward demanding refunds. She locked her Instagram. Word spread fast in the local creative community. She was toxic now, untouchable. Meanwhile, Brad? He disappeared from social media entirely. Last I heard, a few of the scammed clients had filed a small claims case against him. And get this, Talia's cousin works at a gym downtown. Apparently, Brad applied there as a personal trainer. Got denied after HR Googled him. And me? I got my freedom back. No payments, no contact, and more importantly, peace. I sold the old house, moved to Fort Collins, and started fresh. Max and I go hiking every weekend. I even started dating again. Not rushing, just open. A month ago, I got a message from an unknown number. "You win. I hope you're happy. Vanessa." I deleted it. Because this wasn't about winning. It was about restoring balance. I didn't cheat. I didn't lie. I built a life with someone who turned it into a game. She thought she could rewrite the rules, cash out, and live happily ever after with the next guy in line. But karma? It never forgets. It just waits for the right moment to say, "Your turn." And when it does, it speaks loud. I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.